concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. Out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Michigan State's offense takes the field to start this game off. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that Palmer a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in a Sin-State rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll try the run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
You got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Release to the back. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield.
Got enough space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up. We're predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Flips it out to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Under fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he takes this from inside the 5.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out and get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And what a great job by the linebacker that time. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, sitting in zone coverage. QB stared his target down. Not only does he pick it off, but he shows you the athleticism, taking it back all the way for a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Here's the pressure. Lets it fly on the move. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Still looking on the move. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And the Spartans will try to convert on 4th down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
The give to the tailback. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an act. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
And you don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a rank?
Breaks into the open. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Barges ahead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game.
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're working that left side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, got him at the 27. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime with potential.
He's loose. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Michigan.
And the Wolverines will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Now improvising. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lanier. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football on that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
At the 35, he's open. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan Trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talking about this rivalry is inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
This This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So here comes the Michigan offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Michigan State with 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the RPO, complete. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Scanning the field, it's Moon. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Spartans will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
A little screen to the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been it.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
They knew the line they had to defend, had to keep him from getting to the 30, and they do it and force a 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Smart move to keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here we go. Off the bootleg and rolling out. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to sling it on second down. Back's looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on third down. Trying to punch it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Demania. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Punt is on its way.
University, 7.
And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they have divided these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's loose down the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw, it's Moon. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.